I'm Yishuang from HarbinMandarin.com. Welcome to the third lesson in my Chinese pronunciation using Pinyin series. In the last lesson, we covered the simple finals a, wo, yi, wu, and yu. In this lesson, I'm going to cover some special rules that affect the simple finals yi and wu. These rules are very important and will answer a lot of questions that people have when learning how to properly read and pronounce some common words in Pinyin. Okay, let's start with the special rules for the simple final yi. In the last lesson, we learned that the simple final E is pronounced like the double E sound in the word see. Please repeat after me. E, E. Remember that Pinyin words consist of an optional initial consonant sound plus a final vowel or vowel plus consonant sound. In the case of the simple final E, if there is no initial consonant sound, then there is a spelling rule in Pinyin that says you have to put a Y in front of the E. This Y does not change the pronunciation. It's just a spelling rule. Adding the first tone, we get E, which is the number 1. Since the Y does not change the pronunciation, there is no difference in pronunciation between the simple final E and the word E. Please repeat after me. E, E. This rule is also why my name is spelled Yishuang instead of Yishuang, although they would be pronounced exactly the same. Changing to the second tone, we get E, which means ant. Again, the Y does not change the pronunciation, so this is pronounced the same as yi, yi, yi. And if we switch to the fourth tone and add the Pinyin syllable s, we get the word is, which means meaning. Note that this is pronounced is instead of easy. This is because of another rule that I covered in the last lesson. In the 7 syllables zi, ci, si, zhi, chi, shi, and yu, the E is silent and only the initial consonant sound is pronounced. This is why the number 4 is pronounced si instead of si, and the word for eat is pronounced chi instead of chi. The simple final wu also has a spelling rule. We previously learned that the simple final wu is pronounced like the double O in the word food. Wu, wu. Well, in the case of the final wu, if there is no initial consonant sound, then there is a spelling rule in Pinyin that says you have to put a W in front of the wu. This W also does not change the pronunciation. Adding the third tone, we get wu, which means 5. Since the W does not change the pronunciation, this is pronounced the same as if it was just the simple final wu with the third tone. Wu, wu. Before I move on to the next example, please take a look at the Chinese character for the number 5. It looks like an upside-down number 4 with a line below it and a shorter line above it. Although the Pinyin wu with the third tone can mean 5, it's also the pronunciation used for this Chinese character, which means noon. Different Chinese characters can have the same pronunciation, in which case their Pinyin will be the same. Just like with words that sound the same in English, such as bear and bear or peak and peak, you will have to tell what the proper meaning is from the context in which the word is being used. Okay, switching to the first tone, we get wu, which means room. Wu, wu. And if we use the fourth tone, we get the word wu, which means fog. Wu. Wu. Okay, are you ready for a quiz? This word means clothes. How should it be pronounced? That's right. This is pronounced 衣服. Remember, the Y coming before E does not change the pronunciation. Please repeat after me. 衣服. 衣服. 衣服, clothes. This word means chair. How should it be pronounced? Correct. This is pronounced 椅子. This word actually has two different rules related to the simple final E. In the first syllable, 椅, the Y does not change the pronunciation. And the second syllable, 子, is one of the 7 syllables where only the initial consonant sound is pronounced. So this is pronounced 椅子 instead of 椅子. Please repeat after me. 椅子. 椅子. 椅子, chair. This word means martial arts. How should it be pronounced? Correct. This is pronounced 武术. Remember that a W coming before a U does not change the pronunciation. 武术. 武术. 武术, martial arts. And finally, this is the word for 50. How should it be pronounced? Very good. This is pronounced 50. This word has two different rules. In the first syllable, 五, the W does not change the pronunciation. And the second syllable, 十, is one of the 7 syllables where only the initial consonant sound is pronounced. 50. 50. 50, 50. Knowing these special rules will help you avoid some common pronunciation mistakes. In my next Pinyin lesson, I'll cover some special rules related to the simple final yu, and then we'll get back to learning pronunciation of the other initials and finals in Pinyin. Did you find this lesson useful? Please click like below and leave me a comment. If you are interested in private Chinese lessons, please visit my website, harbinmandarin.com, and send me a message. I'll see you guys next time. 再见!